Matt Waymeyer with the MLB.com FastCast. Corey Kluber got the Cleveland Indians off to a great start against the Chicago Cubs, and Roberto Perez did some major yard work as the Indians took a big step closer to their first World Series title since 1948. The Indians' ace became the first pitcher in World Series history to record 8 Ks through just 3 innings, as he sets an Indians World Series record with 9 Ks overall, leading Cleveland to a 6-0 win in Game 1 of the Fall Classic. With the Cubs seeking their first title since 1908, Chicago starter John Lester stumbled in the opening inning.
Swung on a dribbler, slowly hit down the third base line. It's going to be an RBI single. And the Indians have grabbed the lead in Game 1 of the World Series.
The 0-2 from Lester to Geyer. And it hits him. And the Indians now lead 2-0.
After Kluber turned in 6+ innings, ALCS MVP Andrew Miller escaped a bases-loaded no-out jam in the 7th and got out of trouble again in the 8th, preserving a 3-0 lead. Roberto Perez's second long ball of the night came at the bottom of the 8th inning, and he became the first number 9 batter to homer twice in a World Series game and the first Indians player to accomplish the feat, helping manager Terry Francona improve to 9-0 all-time in the World Series.
When we got our A's on the mound, we expect a lot of big things from him, and we're confident about him. And then our bullpen, what can I say? Those guys have been unbelievable, and hopefully they keep going.
In these playoffs, he's been about as good as, and we need him. And we're going to need him more. But he prepares so hard, and we were talking about before the game, his routines and his work ethic. That's why you're late in October, and the needle on the gas tank isn't pointing towards empty.
I think at this point in time, it's all about doing whatever we can to get 4 wins before they do. I mean, if that means pitching on a short rest, then I'm more than willing to do that.
The Cubs included Kyle Schwarber on their World Series roster, despite the fact he had not played for the team since a knee injury back on April 7th. Schwarber batted 5th as the DH and came within feet of a home run in his second at-bat, but was stranded at second base after a double. Schwarber became the first position player all-time to get his first hit of the season in the World Series.
Those guys are 2 premier arms, and to feel comfortable at the plate was definitely a plus for me.
What I saw today is that he absolutely will start tomorrow. I didn't even realize this, but before the game, we were talking about can he play at Wrigley, and Peter Chase corrected me. He has not been cleared to play defense yet, so we'll have to wait and see. If that's a doctor's call.
Trevor Bauer will attempt to come back from a sliced pinky in Game 2. Jake Arrieta takes the start for the Cubs as they look to knot the series at 1 win apiece before heading to Wrigley Field in Chicago. With rain in the forecast, the start time for Game 2 was moved up 1 hour to 7:08 Eastern Time. For more on these stories and complete World Series coverage, keep it locked in to MLB.com. It's baseball everywhere.